Buenos dias, my lovelies. It's Paulie. I'm broadcasting from my Mexico City apartment, which is in Condesa, which is a very nice neighborhood. Not quite as nice as the neighborhood Polanco, which is where I'm moving to on Tuesday for my last week, but it's great nonetheless. I'm a happy creature today because I got this app, I forget what the app's called, but anyway, I got this notification come through on my phone, and it's like, I clicked on it, it says, you are 3,000 days clean and sober. So how about that? I've got this app that keeps track of such things, and I thought I'd share that with you because 3,000 days, which is all consecutively, one in front of each other, is quite a big deal. And that means that that means that I've been to at least 3,000 12-step meetings. When you first get into recovery, people tell you to do a 90 meetings in 90 days. And I easily did that. In fact, for most of my early recovery, and certainly if I'm in places like the US where there are lots of meetings and different fellowships, my average is at least 120 over 90. So I've easily been to 3,000 meetings, probably closer to 4,000, especially if you factor into conventions, because I go to about 5 or 6 conventions a year. And if you go to one of those, that's got to count for about 10, 15 meetings. So the point I want to make is suit up and show up, right? Suit up and show up is a great old-timey expression used in various fellowships, originated in the beverage fellowship, as most good things do. And the idea is that sort of like, get off your butt, get into action. That's how you will change the neuroplasticity in your brain. And it works on a couple of levels. There's I wanted to go. I don't always want to go to meetings, right? I mean, meetings aren't quite like going to the gym because I never want to go to the gym. But sometimes I don't feel like going to a meeting. So sometimes, and this happened last week, I go to a meeting in a fellowship which deals with. It deals with intimacy issues. It deals with issues with having sex with unsuitable people, that kind of stuff. And I got there, and I was waiting outside. They actually have it in a nunnery, funnily enough. And they were all ladies, and this girl comes up to me and she goes, "Hey, listen, it's the last Wednesday in the month, or the fourth Wednesday in the month, and it's a women's meeting. So if you really need a meeting, you can stay." And I said, no, don't worry. I said, this was LA. I'd probably try and identify as a woman for the evening, but I'm not going to do that here. So I went off. And I felt really good because I didn't really feel like going to a meeting that day, but I try and go to a meeting every day. But I got there, I made the effort, I showed up, and I got let off the hook, and I feel good about that. And another thing happened today was my trainer. I was supposed to meet my trainer, Franco. I've got a boxing trainer here in Mexico, and I was supposed to meet him in the park at 7:30, and at about like 7:20, he's messaging me. He goes, "Hey, Paul, we're meeting at 8:30 today, right?" And I'm like, "No, you fucking idiot. It's 7:30. It's like the one thing you have to get right. You can't get that right." I mean, I didn't say that to him because, he's a nice guy and he trains me for $30. He'd probably kill me for $200. My name is Hernandez. I kill for money. You're my friend. I kill you for nothing. But I didn't say that. I go, "No, it's 7:30. He goes, "Oh, sorry." And I'm like, "That's all right. We'll train on Monday." And I felt really good because I didn't really want to go to this training session. But I'd showed up and I sort of got let off the hook. And you know what, another instance, I was in this meeting about 3 weeks ago in Vegas. It was a Monday night meeting, and it's generally considered to be the biggest Monday night meeting on the planet because they always have convention level speakers. And I was asked to speak at it, which was a great honor. And you have to wear a jacket, shirt and tie. And I showed up in a shirt and tie. I didn't show up in a jacket because they didn't mention the jacket bit until I'd landed. And I was like, "Look, I haven't got a jacket. I just haven't brought one. So if you want me to go borrow one, I will." And they said, no. So you got a shirt and tie? I go, "Yeah, I've got a shirt and tie." So I did it in a shirt and tie. Suit up and show up. Really, really important. It's not what you think. It's not what your intentions are. It's what you do. And who was it? I think it was Woody Allen that said 90% of success is showing up. It's an old cliche. I'm sure you've heard it before, but you know what? I've really found that to be true. And I started working with someone new in recovery today, and we meet every day at a certain time. We get into the literature, getting this guy through his steps, and I can see it, right? I can see the incremental changes in how he looks and how he sounds just from working for a few days together. So, suit up and show up. It's a great mantra, and actually I think the most important thing is showing up, but suiting is up. Suiting up is good. Dress for success. Have that success mindset in everything that you in everything that you do, in everything that you broadcast, in everything that you say. Have a wonderful weekend. I certainly will. Leave me some love in the comments, and see you tomorrow.